Alright. Let us log in Spanky. Okay. Forgetting exactly where we are, but I'm sure someone's going to remind us pretty quickly here. Ah, Alfino. Ooh, that's cool. I can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Spanky this or Spanky that. Why, it's as if you're some kind of goddamn hero. But I jest. Even I can see that you're just itching to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place, the Aurum Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Kurthis and seek out a man named Willielmus and tell him that Nedrick sent you. I feel like I've heard about this place. Heard we're in the same trade. You're in better shape than me, though. A mishap at the Wanderer's Palace nearly did me in, but boy, was it worth it. Calamity drained near half the water from Bronze Lake, and there it was, the ancient temple of Oshan. Why is it called a palace then? Beats me. I just went in looking for the treasure, me and my feller. It was like a dream, that's what it was like. The water hadn't done a thing. They were gold-framed mirrors, bright as the moon. We gazed upon ourselves draped in chains of pearl, dancing on a floor of marble and malachite. Like a king and queen, me and my feller. A daring-do adventurer like yourself wouldn't say no to a chance like that now, would ye? Tell you what, go down to the docks west of Camp Bronze Lake and talk to Abazi Sharazi. Used to be a boon companion of mine. He'll ferry you to the palace. Alright. Tell me, Spanky, does aught here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed into the solar. Oh, definitely. Wait. Wait, guys. Who goes there? Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alphanon, Spanky. Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. Ooh. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been. This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. First I knew about it was when I came back and I saw... Ida. Uh-oh. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left, the stains. It was hard to know where to start. Y'shtola hadn't been here to help me. Y'shtola's here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalymo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires, knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, one that Gaius has yet to harness. Echo. Ooh, alright. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants. Grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his Allagan weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo. None of which explains how the Empire came to know of the location of the Walking Sands in the first place. No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? Yeah. Oh yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. For now, I say we rest.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
That's some strong stuff. There she is. Y'shtola. Spanky, I see you and Alfinot are safe. And Sid. That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? Am I asked. An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking, Spanky. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that the castrum sentry houses prisoners whom the Guardians deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us, Lord Portelaine of House Durandare. He is stationed at the Observatorium in Kurthis. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. Alright, let's do it. Oh, she's all the way down here. Good morning to you, sir. My name is Cimarron, and I represent the interests of the Adventurers Guild here at the Observatorium. I might be so bold. Have you an interest in undertaking a guild leave or two? I believe you would find the experience most rewarding. It pains me to say I should first administer a trial leave. I must beg your forgiveness for my premature proposal. Leave should serve well as a test if you're willing to accept it. Please do so now. Very well. We will accept it, but we'll do it later. To attract the two bees which threaten dear Bessie, you must slay Snapjaws and use their meat as bait. Oh, well, maybe let's do this now. This method is far from foolproof, though. Fear may attract other ravenous creatures. Alright. Hang on. Oh yeah, that's what we wanted. Are these the guys I'm supposed to be killing? I don't think so. Ah, there we are. Oh, it's right here, never mind. Alright, now we need another snap jaw so that we can lure out another red Avis. Oh, there we are. Oh, here we go. Oops. Fantastic. The Leave Watches spoke of your skill and valor in the field. Please accept this reward for your services. Boom. It's been an honor and a privilege, sir. I pray we can count on your services in the future. You can indeed. Ah, Spanky, the man who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You're an associate of Ishtola? But of course. Lord Drillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the Seventh Dawn. He told you? Fucking tells you. Castrum Sentry, what interest have you all in Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see, that might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum, a Hyuran woman, an Elysian man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male and 1 female. It's them, it has to be. Minfilia, Urianger, Papalaimo, and Tataru. Oof. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Incident? An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Kurthis not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadin and a Lalafel, were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? A Rogadin and a Lalafel, Master Garland. Neither were... I hope that's how you pronounce it. Neither were Imperial dress, and they both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. We must find them, Spanky, and soon. Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapes, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. Very well, let's do it. Let's get out there. If, as had been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portland said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Let's get out there. Let's do it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Ritaten. You depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the western front in Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half our forces to a... I've given you nothing, Prefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Very well. Yes, my lord. My quarters. 1 hour. Oof. Do your stretches. I've heard much of your doings, and I think you're the man for this task. To the west is Zamel Darkhold, which was meant to serve as the new keep of Lord Zamel, ever a friend to House Durandare. Before the masons and carpenters could complete the work, within the caves, hordes of void scent appeared and drove them out. In the years since, the creatures have consolidated their presence. As such, we officially petition your assistance in reclaiming the Darkhold. All arrangements have been made. You only need to give your assent. Speak with Sir Ophiel at the Ingress if you're with us, and she will tell you what you need to know. Alright. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Abalathia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Ishtola. Now, the report of Imperial airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Zamel Darkhold, situated to the west. Hey there. A man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Briselt, might be able to tell you more. So as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. Oops. Welcome to Zamel Darkhold, built to withstand all Dravanian ploys and plans. These were natural caves behind me until House Zamel began to enlarge, connect, and fashion them into a stronghold. Alas and alack, the void scent struck, interrupting the work. Alas. Then, in the confusion, Garleans infiltrated the keep. Alack. All in all, it was a fine mess. The Garleans were eventually forced to retreat, of course, but the void scent remained, and so the fortress goes uncompleted, a home for abominations. Woe. Woe is us. Yet the war with the dragons rages, and we have no knights to spare for this noble mission. Even I am here strictly on a very long lunch break, arranged by Sir Carilo. Please see to these... I'm totally butchering everyone's names. Please see to these abominations, Sir Adventurer. Sir, I have much prowess with the paperwork, should you require aid of that sort. Oh, this wasn't the mission, the main mission that we were on, but that's alright. Oh yeah, sure it is. Kind of. You stand before Zamel Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Authorized. A letter from Lord Portelaine? She must have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. What, the captives are like to be friends, you say? Let's pray they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Aurum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Pyramons. He should be able to assist you. Nice. The Imperial airship? Aye, I saw it approach land with mine own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take off to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Rough orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Hail, adventurer. Wait, do not tell me. Nedrick sent you. Tell me this, adventurer. Do you know how the Arum Vale earned its most enticing name? Well, allow me to enlighten you. This cape is rich with sulfur and mithril ore, which, through reactions with the groundwater, combine to exude golden-hued fumes. A beautiful sight until you realize the damn death clouds are burning your chest from within. Ugh. If you still wish to take your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you, but do not try to get killed. But do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the Vale to last me a lifetime. Okay. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to alert our forces, I returned to my post to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you will be able to follow the prints to their owners. Well, I guess we'll probably end up coming back to the Arum Vale. If we don't, though, we'll register for it. Surveyed. More footprints. Search under the bridge. There he is. What's up, Wedge? Brr, so cold. I want to go home. I'm Spanky. Wow, please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Spanky, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Guardians were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on invading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw, thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. No one cares. Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Track down Wedge? That's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gives Wedge, he's always taken care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but we have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact Biggs headed west. With both Ida and Ishtola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let's meet there. Dare I hope? Was that Master Garland you spoke with? It was. After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Spanky. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Come on. Nice. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth to cook him in. How are you feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find the rest when you can. Alright, let's get to it, Wedge. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with the Guardians on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, Spanky, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. A Rogadin gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worthwhile to investigate. I make the suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to his tower, mayhap he elected to pass us by. Okay. There we go. Oh shit, I'm almost dead. I guess. Wow, that was unexpected. Let's set this as home. Whoops. So we got a bit of a ways to walk now. Oh my gosh. We're almost certainly gonna get in a fight over here. Oh, we needed to go to Wedge first. My bad. Ugh, I got excited. Did you learn anything? Not in the area. Well, that stands to reason. I suppose seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away from me. But where within this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? Oh, so we don't have to go back and kill those guys. Oops. Wedge is determined to find Biggs. We can't give up, Spanky. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is recaptured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who'll listen. And hurry. Biggs' chance of survival grows slimmer by the moment. No. There we go. Ignis. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whitebrim. To reach it, one must travel through the Danifin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I near broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. Okay. To the pass. Okay. As I almost fall down the stairs. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come out and fight? Why don't you come find out, tinhead? Ah, Spanky, it is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. With me. He's not alone. Kill them all. There we go. Oh. We did it. My thanks. Another moment and I would have... Oof. He's been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Ida and I shall bear him there with all the haste. With all the haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. I love reunions. Who doesn't? Oh, we need to go up around this way. What up, Wedge? I cannot thank you enough, Spanky, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We're a family, are we not? Well, yes. It's just, I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the lot of you my life. And you saved Wedges too, Spanky. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. What's up, boys? Biggs, Wedge. Gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you? It's really you. In our hearts, we knew you were still alive. But to finally see you in the flesh... When Alphinaud told me of the raid on the Walking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It's been awful, or it must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get here so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day, when I returned to the carnage at the Walking Sands, I noted naught amiss in horizon. Nothing at all to suggest the passing of Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were borne there by potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by the Ashians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of the Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. So risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing. And in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel? That will have been Biggs' handiwork. Like as not. You were always resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Spanky, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Menphilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Thank you to Biggs and Wedge. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Menphilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. But let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis as good a place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east, then south, will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Oh, we gotta find our way over here. I guess down that way. Oh, shit. Oh, ran away. Okay. Uh... Alright. Oh, now it comes back. Alright. Slavborn. Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get in within 100 yalms of the wells undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Aye, it has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I have a mind to walk right through the front door. The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Wink. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they wouldn't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Galamut. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire, and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ida and I shall go to reconnoiter Garlean activity at the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had a chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Spanky. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you are not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Ishtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papa Limo. Oh, he's right here. Looking for Galamund, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Hey, you're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry? And you need my help. Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry who want for rescue. That Slaffborn knows me too well. Ah, you can count on my help. Got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at those horse sons. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity, right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the morbals, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back to the command tower. If you listen closely, it might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain that your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now get going and Godspeed. I hope they're gonna guide us there, because I did not write that. I did not write that down. Pretty. The tangle, okay. Ignoring all the marbles. The faint sound of conversation echoes down the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be deaf-mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Elizin gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power? Like the kind the beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? As well as try to tumble her. I like where my head is, thank you very much. Our break is over. Best we get back to our stations. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. It is good to see you again, Spanky. I'm given to understand that you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So, Minfilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Century. Their presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Pray have the details from him. Oh, he's right here. Good work, Spanky. As Alphinaud has already told you, we plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glaumund, oh that is his name, Glaumund is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparations of my own. Minfilia and the others are counting on us, Spanky. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. Let's do it. While Glaumund goes devising his plan, we need to see preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover they're short on armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. This explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning, energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the selfsame energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out the Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take the readings. I'll mark the places on your map. Just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy, so don't be surprised if you run into a few. Oh, whoops. No, 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 no. I don't think I'm gonna make it out of this. Oof. Just barely. So around here somewhere, huh? Oh, up top. Oh, maybe this way. You have the readings? Excellent. Let's see the numbers. Yes, 4 of the crystals should suit our purpose, though I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, Spanky. Alright, Glaumont. What's the good word, my man? I want you to practice the part of Imperial Trooper. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because it's something I want you to do by way of preparation. Plans to have you enter Castrum Sentry all decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but best you learn from the experts. So get yourself as near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Uh-oh. Is our friend getting in trouble here? Oh, now we're in trouble. It's not still chasing us. What? Am I stuck? Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that the insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Got it. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial salutes? No, best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. I've learned the Imperial salutes. Okay. Sure, we will add that. Ike Sark Malark, tell us what we need. You are called Spanky Spankerson, yes? I have heard of your plight from my friend Glaumont. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourself as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means, from the bodies of the recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks Imperial patrols. It ought not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, 1 for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here, allow me to inspect the spoils. all done? Oh, dead again. Oh, you gotta eat the fruits. Oh no! How do I get the fuck out of here? What's going on with me? Oh, I'm pushing the wrong buttons, that's what's happening. Oof. All right. Ugh. Oh my god. What was that? Ugh. Was no one gonna wake me up? Oh, shortcut, never mind. Nice. Where's the fruits? Oh, we did it. Oof. All right. Oh, we were on a mission here. I think. Was there no? Oh yeah, here we go. All right, we're gonna go back to this town, and then that's gonna be it. Excuse me, for tonight. So thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, probably around 8 o'clock Pacific, around that time. And we'll see what we're going to do then. So I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for hanging out.